VERSUS. It's so good, it'll make a nut on your chest. Can that be our permanent new intro? And we can animate that?
Sure, go for it. Yeah, well, you can animate it. Because I don't want to touch that.
I'm not an animator, though.
Neither am I. So who's gonna animate it?
Fuck!
See, this is why we
I
can't.
don't know.
This is why we can't do things. Also, I thought you were saying fuck to the fact that we didn't have an animator.
That's what I was saying, fuck to.
Oh,
Wait.
Okay.
I mean, we did have an animator, sort of.
We still kind of do. I don't know. It's one of those
I don't know.
things.
I don't know the whole situation. Versus is all over the place. Clearly.
Versus is on Twitch. Did you guys know that Versus is on Twitch and we do Twitch Versus stuff now? It's pretty great.
If you didn't, then where you been?
If you didn't, you should check out Super Mario Galaxy Versus. We just did it. It's a bunch of episodes out. You should go check it out. It's on YouTube.
It was honestly a really great time. And
yeah.
The funniest thing is we started this Versus 7 months ago. We started Mario Galaxy 2 weeks ago, and it's already done. It's not completely uploaded, but it's recorded and everything.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun.
And so, yeah, so I guess it's a weird little Versus update inside of Twilight Princess, but yeah, we're doing more live Versus stuff in addition to the pre-recorded Versus stuff that we've been doing. So we're not gonna stop doing these.
Yeah, I think it's good because it allows us to still kind of keep that really good, super high quality content that's just super polished. I mean, not saying the live Verses aren't. I mean, I guess you can.
Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to crack up laughing at the idea of Versus being high quality.
Stop it. Okay, well, the Versus quality. You guys know what I'm talking about. The really super polished.
The super shitty,
quote unquote,
garbage
super
videos,
polished.
super shitty commentary, shitty jokes. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Now I don't even want to finish my thought process on that.
You're welcome. Worth it. That's good. That's
Josh,
how you get
don't you wish somebody would hold you as tight as the Postman shorts do his butt crack?
No? What?
No? Just
No.
me?
Oh my god, dude, I just tried to tilt my controller to aim my bow and arrow because of Breath of the Wild.
Are you tilted?
I'm absolutely tilted, and it's bothering me because this is actually a pain in the ass to shoot this way, actually.
I'm donating all my rupees to the poor right now.
You're a good man.
I am a good man.
Good man.
I do want to go back though, but yes, I do like the fact that we have our series that are a little bit more polished. But even though the Twitch things aren't exactly as polished, they still have just as much of a charm because we can go through the game way quicker, so it adds more of a competitive edge to it.
The other thing that I like about live stuff that we do on Twitch is that the fact that we have the live chat, the Versus audience is hanging out with us while we're racing, and it makes the moments where we're especially towards the end, really, really intense. I really enjoyed it.
It's kind of more like an actual live sporting event almost, because you have a live
Esports. We're officially in Esports now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Against racing each other in Mario, basically. It's my favorite sport.
I just don't think it'd be really cool if Nintendo made kind of saw the concept of Versus and got inspired and added a multiplayer mode to Mario where you did race through levels and stuff.
Dude, that would be awesome.
That is totally a plausible thing too.
Yeah, no, for
or
sure.
Or added more speedrunning elements time.
I feel like that's a really missed opportunity for multiplayer games is to just have basically what amounts to a time trial, but have it be live multiplayer again. What am I trying to say? Multiplayer against another person, but the single player game. I feel like that's just a missed opportunity in a lot of games.
Yeah, well, maybe someday it will become a bigger thing because speedrunning. I mean, video gaming is still in its infancy, in the big scheme of things.
Right, movies
compared to
yeah, movies and television and shit like that have been around for so long. Video games are they've
been around
40 years old, something like that.
If even when it comes to being a mainstream thing that lots of people are doing,
sure.
It is still brand new almost.
I would say that video games really, really, really hit mainstream probably about a decade ago.
Yes, and then it's only been about 5 years since it's been like an actual entertainment thing people watch and not play as well.
Yeah, exactly. No, for sure. Esports in the last esports in the last 2 years, I think, has blown up. Esports is huge right now.
Yeah, and I think it's only to get bigger because as the generation of video gamers grow up, like right now, our parents didn't really have games in their childhoods. Like they did, but they were like NES games, so they didn't have like a whole like library and like backlog of games.
I can tell you right now, my parents are old enough to where they definitely didn't have video games when they were a kid. Like they had like when they were maybe teenagers, they kind of had video games. Like the Atari was a thing. You know, I think my dad played the Intellivision. You know what I mean? It's just like.
Yeah. My dad liked to play Pac-Man. My mom remembered playing the original Legend of Zelda, and she's like young for a parent, like for my age. She's 42.
Yeah. See, my dad is like, I think he's 55. He might be 56 now. I think my mom's 51. So it's like, or 50, and so it's just like they're a little older. So it's like, they kind of like didn't quite make that.
Whenever you have a kid, how are you going to introduce them to video games? Are you gonna like make them start with the classics so they know like how they grew up, or are you just gonna?
I'm gonna definitely introduce them to the classics, but I want them to fall in love with whatever games they're gonna fall in love with. I'm gonna let them like kind of find their own classics, if that makes sense.
What if your child only likes racing and sports games?
Then they're dead to me.
Like they're like, yeah, I want to play the new Forza game. Like every single time the new one comes out.
No, they're dead to me. They're grounded.
They're like, Dad, Forza 2021 is about to come out. Yes.
No, dead to me. I'm not having it.
Not about that life.
No, I'm not about that. Sorry, kiddo. You had your chance. Could have played Banjo-Kazooie, but you chose fucking goddamn Forza instead.
I mean, I haven't played very many racing games. Like Mario Kart, yes. I've played some Need for Speed.
I'm okay
For some reason, cars just don't interest me.
I'm okay with racing games that, I'm okay with racing games that aren't simulation racing games. Like, stuff like Burnout and Need for Speed, that kind of thing, are really fantastic because they're not like real, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're a little bit like exaggerated. You can do stuff that you wouldn't do, and
I like that kind of stuff a lot. So,
man, I literally like people. It's always people like wondering like what the meaning to life is. I think like right now in our day of age, you don't even need a meaning of life. You can be a complete consumer in life and just completely just be satisfied with existing.
I know, right?
Because there's so much to look forward to.
You could go your entire life just consuming media and like working your dead end job until you die, and that would be enough for some people.
Yeah, for real.
Amazing. I love it. It's funny. I was listening to the Rooster Teeth podcast earlier, and they were talking about how we've transcended boredom because of like smartphones, basically. Like before smartphones, if you went to the doctors and you were just waiting in the waiting room, you like just stare out the wall. Now it's like you go to the doctors and you're waiting in the waiting room and you're just sitting there checking email and Twitter and like watching YouTube videos on your phone.
Insta-gay.
Insta-gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Insta-gay for sure.
That's the new gay dating app that I'm going to create.
Insta-gay?
Yeah. You can just find it. If you need a gay boyfriend, you can find one in an instant, an Insta-gay.
Dang, dude. Nice marketing. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I just need to find somebody who knows how to make an app, and I'll be
multi-billion-dollar business right there.
Dude, I do want to be a businessman though. Like if I ever go back to college, it's gonna be for a business degree for sure.
I'm sorry, just the way you said that. I do want to be a businessman. It's kind of like when you're a kid, you're like, well, Timmy, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a fireman, but you're like, I want to be a businessman. It was cute. It was adorable.
I want to be a porn director when I grow up. That's what I want to do.
Oh did I ever tell you the story about the guy who thought I was a porn director?
No. What?
It's a really short story, I'll tell you. So basically, it was in the middle of the day, right? No, like on a weekday, and I was at a mall looking for sunglasses, And I went into one of those, like, kind of expensive sunglass stores in the mall.
Yeah.
And the guy there, because I was, like, looking at, like, sunglasses, I guess the guy assumed that I was working in porn. Because he was like, so is it your off day? Or you got school or something? I'm like, no, I work online. I make online videos. And they're like, he's like, porn? You make porn? You make porn?
Did he think you were a director or an actual, like,
I don't know. I don't know if he thought I was a porn star or a porn director or what he thought. I don't know what he thought, dude. I'm just saying. He was like, porn? You work in porn? And I'm like, no, dude. And then I walked out of the store because I'm like, fuck that shit. Also, the sunglasses were like $100 a piece. I'm like, nah, that's all right. I'm good.
Sunglasses are not worth that much money. I don't think any clothing article is worth that much money. Unless it's like a nicer pair of shoes.
I think a really good pair of sunglasses is probably worth close to $100. Because like actual sunglasses that are made of real glass with like real frames and everything, I feel like a high-quality sunglass is necessary. But, that being said, I still have never paid $100 for fucking sunglasses.
I think it's really dumb when people spend, like, $100 on, like, a pair of jeans or something. Or, even, maybe, like, there's a store called Buckle, and they charge, like, $150 for a pair of jeans. Just seems so pointless. Also, I'm in the doctor's office finally. And I just think it's so weird that he asked Link if he wants to have a physical.
He's into him.
Oh yeah,
he's definitely
how many like perverts do you think have become doctors just because they want to give boys physicals?
Ooh, probably not that many. Being a doctor takes a long time. It's a lot of effort. You can diddle little boys without going to school for 8 years.
Can you? Oh yeah, become a priest.
Yeah, or become a priest. It takes a lot less time to become a priest than it does to become a doctor.
It's true. You can just say you read the Bible a couple times.
You can just apply online.
You can just become Jesus' grandma. Become Mother Jepsen, and you can. Shut up, dog. I think it's really dumb how the people in the market are like, a wolf, and they're running the same direction I'm running. Like, what's the thought process? They're like, he's running away from me by chasing me.
Good job. Amazing.
It's so
the AI
dumb.
is fantastic.
It's the best.
It really is great. I love this game. I think this is a fantastic game, but having played Breath of the Wild, like, I've been playing through Breath of the Wild Master Mode on my Twitch channel, and playing through the game a second time, like, I'm realizing, like, there's just so much in that game that, like, I miss when I'm playing a different Zelda game.
The one thing about Breath of the Wild that I, like, kind of don't like in comparison to, like, Twilight Princess is kind of... Wait, where's the dogs?
Wait, what?
Do I have to talk to the cat a second time? Are you kidding me? This is fucking dumb.
Yes, you have to talk to the cat again. Because the cat has to... I think you have to talk to the cat, at least tells you... Or wait, no. No, the dogs only appear at nighttime.
No.
Yes, the dogs, the bone dogs. Is that what you're talking about?
The statue from Isla?
Yeah, they only appear at nighttime. You have to wait till night.
What? Okay, I'm just gonna talk to the cat again and see what happens. Weird. But anyways, I was gonna say, I don't like the fact that, like, everything's in desolation. I mean, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, I kind of like the more, like, civilized. Like, I like having a civilized castle town and a lot more people. I mean, I guess the game does have quite a few
so
villages.
many NPCs, and they're all interesting. That's the thing, right? And like, I get your complaint, but I really like the aesthetic and the atmosphere of Breath of the Wild because it's kind of like almost post-apocalyptic for Hyrule.
Like Fallout Zelda style.
I really like that. I think it's really cool. And I know it kind of like it's weird to have not like a proper castle town or whatever, but it makes the overall world feel a little older and more like ancient in a way. Despite the fact that you've got all this like kind of technology and stuff too, right? Like,
it makes Calamity Ganon feel a little bit more calamitous.
Yeah, exactly. Calamitous. Yeah, exactly.
I'm making up words for this. But
it's very cool. It's very cool.
It's super calamitous.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying Master Mode. It's not as hard as I wanted it to be.
Okay, yeah, tell me about that. How does Master Mode in Breath of the Wild differ from regular?
I think the first 2 hours when you're on the Great Plateau, I think those are the hardest moments of the game, and everything else is pretty
Don't they
easy.
are they called Lynels? Linel?
Lionel's, yeah.
Lionel's. They put one in the opening area.
Yeah, there's one in the opening area. Yeah, it's crazy. It's fantastic. It's the first area, like I said, is probably the hardest, and then it just kind of gets easier from there, because one of the things they add in Master Mode is like there's all these like platforms with like flying platforms.
Oh yeah, that's like the
enemies on
one
them.
thing I've noticed the most. I was watching one of your Twitch streams the other day, and I just saw so many floating rafts.
Yeah, the floating rafts, and then and all of them have like enemies on them, and many of them have chests on them with like really powerful weapons inside, and it kind of makes it easy.
It makes it easy?
Yeah, because you get all these powerful weapons really quickly.
Interesting.
Yeah, in my opinion. And then there's a bunch of other stuff like you can, the DLC has the Majora's Mask that you can get.
Yeah.
And the Majora's Mask makes it so that like
I didn't know it had a use.
it has many of, so yeah, it does. So it makes it so many of the enemies in the game don't attack you. Basically.
Really?
Yeah.
They think you're a friend because they think you're evil?
They follow you around, but I don't think that they necessarily fight for you or whatever, but they they just kind of follow you. It's weird.
Interesting. How do you get, like, with the DLC, how do you get the new outfits or things added to the game?
There's
the things you have, like, there's side quests?
Yeah, they give you quests. Like, when you load up the game for the first time, it'll pop up with a bunch of quests, and you just start them. They're, like, really short quests where you mostly just, it's kind of just like a scavenger hunt almost. They go and they give you a clue onto as to where the chest would be, and then you have to go and find them.
I still wish, like, they were adding more than, like, 2 things of DLC to Breath of the Wild. Because I feel Breath of the Wild, the world is so big, it almost reminds me, what the hell, Epona, what are you doing up here? Is this where you've been the past, like, 5 episodes?
It almost reminds me of Epona.
No, but it almost reminds me of something like World of Warcraft or RuneScape, where they had this, like, world that was a full world, but then they kept, like, adding things to it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about they kept, like, adding more and more quests. Like, it'd be cool if they just kept on adding more and more quests to the world.
Agreed.
I mean, I'm not sure how well that would, like, flesh into the...
I don't see, that's the thing. I don't think it would necessarily work so well for Breath of the Wild, but I can see what you're saying, and they're kind of doing that with the 2 DLCs that they're doing, because they're adding extra quests and stuff, and there's going to be more story stuff in the second DLC, so it's kind of like, they're kind of doing that, but they're doing it, like, in a smaller amount, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with. I think that I'm really excited for the second expansion.
I finally made it to the Lost Village, Josh.
Oh my god, it's about freaking time.
I'm a solid... I wonder if I'm still 20 minutes behind you.
I don't think
probably
you are. I
further
think you're catching up pretty quick.
Am I? I've done a lot of stuff. Like, I got the heart piece from donating all the money. I've gotten the Poe Souls reward.
I'm doing the stupid cat quest right now.
I don't think I'm that far behind you. Have you done all the statues yet?
Nope.
Huh.
No, you're not that far behind. You're not as far behind me as I thought you were. Well,
I mean, pretty well right now, sort of. We'll see. We'll see once we edit the video. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll get this video edited quicker than we have the last ones.
No, we will. We will. It'll be out. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to like. I don't want to be like, yeah, it'll be out. It'll be out like this weekend, and then it comes out like 3 days after that, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, we're not the type of people who should make promises.
No.
Thing is, we kind of spread ourselves too thin sometimes. Like, we make a lot of promises, and then we're like, shit, can we actually get all this stuff done?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm getting to the point where I
that.
can more so, since I'm not going to school anymore.
Yeah, that's the big thing, like, that people need to realize is that for a long time, like, you were doing school full time and also working.
Yeah.
Like, you were crazy, and so that's why I try to explain to people a lot. Like, that's why the like verses a lot of the time, not all the time. Sometimes it's on me for just not editing stuff, but yeah, a lot of the time, like, our recordings just didn't happen because it just was hard to schedule it for both of us when it was convenient for both of us.
Yeah. And we both kind of go through this weird depression sometimes too, where it just prevents us from getting things done, and sometimes they overlap at weird times.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we know we can get stuff uploaded on pretty frequent basis when we put our minds to it, and I'm really putting my mind to it.
For sure.
So hopefully things stay a bit more consistent.
Yeah, same. I'm also doing it, and like
that's why I'm liking live verses as well, because it definitely helps fill in those gaps where we do get bad at recording stuff like right now.
Yeah, it helps.
It's good for filling in those gaps.
It helps get us in the mood too. You know, in the mood.
Speaking of in the mood, I'm talking to Impaz.
Impaz, you shall Impaz. No.
She has the world's longest eyebrows. We're at an Impaz. She has like the world's longest eyebrows. They're like giant slides. They're water slides.
Dicks. Okay.
Sporting goods brought to you by Versus. You know, if I was to be sponsored by any company, Dick's Sporting Goods. Hell yeah. Just because Dick's.
Just because Dick's. Okay.
Just.
All right.
That could be our slogan for it. Guys, go buy stuff from Dick's Sporting Goods.
No. We're not sponsored by Dick's. We're not sponsored by Dick's. Come on. Come on.
I want to be sponsored by Dick's so bad.
Oh my god. I hate you so much.
That's my dream.
Sponsored by Dick's.
Attacking Toucans, brought to you by Dick's.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
That's my life goal now.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm also talking to Impaz, but I'm like on the next step.
Yeah, the cat version. That cat. Did you have any troubles with that cat quest?
I almost did, if that makes sense.
You almost did. Okay.
Yeah, to like explain myself a little better. She's so happy with my rod right now. Sorry, I got a little distracted.
Your rusty old rod. Rusty old rod.
This
Josh.
rusty old woman is looking for my rusty old rod. No, I almost. So I was up to like 18. And I knew where one of them was, but not the other one. So I was on my way to the 19th one, and I just so happened to like randomly talk to a random one in the middle of town that I thought I had already talked to, and it was the 19th one. So I got really lucky because I had missed one along the way on my way to like the 20th one, and I somehow managed to find it.
I'm proud of it. I'm happy for you that you found it. I was hoping that you would get like caught up on that quest because that's one of the quests that you can get caught up on for a while.
It took me a little while to do it.
Yeah.
But
also it's annoying because the cats will like follow Wolflink for some reason. Like they like Wolflink. And so they'll like follow you and then they'll like mix themselves up and you're like, wait, stop it.
Like mix themselves up. No, don't get mixed up. God, how could you? Amazing.
It's dumb. Also, I just got a text message from this guy I've been talking to like a little bit, and I'm not sure if I'm the only person who goes through this, but like one of the main problems I don't like one of the main reasons I don't want to date somebody is because I just don't like having to like consistently talk and text to somebody.
Yeah, you're
like,
antisocial. Is that what you're getting at?
It really, yes, it stresses me out, and so like he'll text me, he'll be like, "Do you want to hang out?" And then I get stressed out, and then I don't reply, and then
yeah, I think you are anxious. I think you have anxiety.
Oh, I definitely have anxiety.
Mostly
Isla's giant hair dick doesn't help either.
What?
Isla has a hair dick. Just like
I was like,
what?
What about hair dick? I'm like really confused. I'm like,
just trying to bring back up our sponsor, Dicks.
All right, sponsored by. There's actually a restaurant called Dick's in, I think it's called Dick's here in Washington. It's like a famous place.
Wait, do I go talk to Shad now?
I don't know. Do you have the book or the, no?
I think that's how you get the book, isn't it?
Nope. Problems. Your silence says confusion.
Oh, wait, no, I have to go show my rod to Impaz. That's right.
Nah, you got it. You got it. I literally just did that. Wow, you're not that far behind me. You must have not done something. There must be something you're forgetting to do.
I haven't done the cat quest yet.
No, I know, but there must be something else that you're missing.
No, I don't believe so.
Did you turn in the pose?
Yeah.
Really? Did you turn in your bugs?
Yeah.
What? All right,
and I turned in all the rupees, too, to get the heart piece.
Clearly, I need to just play faster. That's what I'm getting at here. That's what I'm
getting
gathering.
complacent.
Yeah, you're catching this. You're on my tailcoats. My coattails is what I mean to say, not my tailcoats.
Your tailcoats. Are you a British person? You're a red coat.
Yeah, I got them coattails, dude. And you're riding them. Whoa.
Ooh. No.
It's not like a weird thing. That's what people say. You're riding
I'm not riding your coattails.
Riding his coattails, which means that you're like right.
You're riding
behind...
my coattails.
No, I'm literally ahead of you.
But back to that whole anxiety thing. Also, something I've noticed, and I don't know, like, it's kind of weird. I guess this gets kind of deep.
Okay.
But like, I feel like recently I've kind of got desensitized, because I kind of went through like a really big like experience where I fell in love like last year, or like the past like 2 years, and it didn't work out. And so I kind of think it like desensitized me a little bit to like love. Like I'm very.
Oh, you got fucking. You're like your heart is hardened.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get
And
you.
recently, and I think it's because I've been like a lot of guys I've talked to in the past, like recently, have been like a year or two younger than me, like 20 years old and stuff. Which now that I'm 23, that is quite a bit younger.
Yeah.
But like I talk to guys, and first I do not know why, but they like become so infatuated so quickly, which kind of sounds like a little bit like, I guess like, what's the word, show offy to say, like, yeah, they just get into me so quickly, like it makes it sound like I'm bragging.
Yeah.
But no, like I'll meet them, and then within like a week, they're already like acting like I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think I understand. Yeah, they go too fast for you.
Yeah, like they get into it so
like
fast,
build,
and it's
they build into the relationship way too fast for you.
yeah. And
Yeah,
for
I
me,
get you.
like most of the times where I have like fallen in love with somebody, it's been usually after knowing them for
Like a long time.
like months.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. No,
And so like they like get really into me, and like in like a week practically, and then they will start like wanting me to text them like on a super frequent basis, and it's like, yo, like I'm not even. I don't even text people very often. Like
I don't even yeah. I don't even text people like in general that often. Why would I text you who I just met and like so I mean some people like view relationships a little bit differently, and I think eventually you will find somebody who just like sees it the same way. But like to bring up the point of anxiety again, because I know that you've expressed your concern to me about like social anxieties and stuff. And we've talked a little bit about anxiety and depression and stuff on Versus stuff. And even in the live Versus, we talked about it a little bit. But I started taking medication recently for my anxiety and depression, and I'm saying right now, like it's not even that high of a dose, and I've been taking it for like over a month now, and it has changed my entire life. Like my entire outlook on things, my work ethic, the way that I like approach talking to people and stuff. Like I'm like I feel so much better about every little thing that I do instead of feeling like terrible about everything that I do.
yeah.
So it might be worth like
That's
going
good.
to the doctor and like talking to them about stuff, you know, if you
My mom has started taking anxiety medicine, and
Is it working for her?
Because she said that it's been like great.
That's awesome.
So, and she's been encouraging me to do it.
Yeah.
But I've been kind of like uneasy to, because I'm kind of afraid. I kind of have like a fear of medicine.
So, okay, so I'm so glad you brought that up because that is literally me. That's the reason why, like, I've been struggling with depression and anxiety since I was, like, probably 13, maybe even younger. And I didn't do anything about it. I didn't go to the doctors. I didn't talk to anybody about it, really, since I was 13, because when I was young, my mom took me to the doctor, and I was diagnosed with depression, and they gave me some medication, and it kind of like fucked me up. And ever since then, I've been deathly afraid of taking more medication that could potentially like mess up my brain even worse than it already was.
Yeah.
And so I just didn't. And you know, after, you know, struggling with it for so long, and, you know, I have a beautiful, lovely wife who convinced me to go to the doctor. I like basically am like on the path to fixing myself, and it feels really good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of wanting to like do it, because I've heard like good things, but like I'm afraid of things like even like Tylenol to an extent, because I feel like
Well,
like
that's another
my
form
friend
of
Jared, I remember
anxiety.
he used to have lots of headaches, and he would take Tylenol like every single day, And I'm like, well, maybe you're having these headaches because you're taking Tylenol every day. Like, you're becoming dependent on it. Like, I think people, like, I don't want to become, and at the same time, I don't want to become like, I don't want to feel like, I don't want to feel like I have to be a certain way. Like, that's how I am with caffeine already. Like, I feel like I can't be myself around anybody. Like, caffeine right now, I think, is my actual anxiety medicine that I take.
No, that's not good.
Not that I take.
That's bad.
I mean, it helps me so much with anxiety, though. Like, if I'm feeling
I
anxious,
get you, but that's bad. Like, that is not good. It's not good to rely on caffeine for pretty much anything other than keeping you awake.
Yeah, well, I have to use, like, caffeine every single time before I do, like, a stream or before I do a recording, because I feel like I can't even talk properly without, like, caffeine in my system.
Yeah, you're addicted.
It's really weird. I am addicted. I know for a fact that I'm addicted.
Yeah, I'm getting there, unfortunately.
Which is why I don't want to become addicted to something else. Like,
yeah,
I'm just
well,
like,
I think with medication, it's going to be a little different, especially if you are regulated. You know what I mean?
Ooh, also, we should pause because we're already a minute over our time.
Yeah, I noticed. I was just kind of.
I was just so into the conversation.
Same, dude. All right.
Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Twilight Princess Versus.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. It was an absolutely fantastic episode. And my name is Josh Jepson.
And my name is Attacking Toucans.
And we will see you guys in the next one.
Ciao.
Ciao. You fucking douche.
Can we get that part off?
No. I'm keeping it in.